year closed more than 10% below its record. That's called a correction, and we haven't seen that since 2023. So I spoke to one expert about how Americans should respond to this roller coaster on Wall Street. Trade war is dragging down the stock market.
Markets are going to go up and they're going to go down. But you know what? We have to rebuild our country.
President Donald Trump's rapidly changing tariff policies are injecting uncertainty into the economy. The White House describing it as a temporary disruption.
We are in a period of economic transition.
As for how long this downturn lasts, that is truly anyone's guess.
In the meantime, Bankrate's senior economic analyst Mark Hamrick says Americans anxious about their investments and retirement savings should not panic.
Could some fine-tuning or adjustment be in order for some people? Absolutely. But, to get out of a market and to know when to get back in is virtually impossible to do. And that's why we don't want to act on fear or greed.
Hamrick says younger Americans have plenty of time to bounce back. As for those nearing or currently in retirement,
the question for them is, are your assets allocated appropriately? Are you taking on too much risk? And, do you need to perhaps rebalance?
Now, despite that stock market turbulence, we also have seen some solid economic data coming out recently, suggesting that the job market remains healthy, unemployment is low relatively, and inflation is easing. Now, there are some concerns, of course, that President Trump's tariffs could drive an economic downturn, but at least right now, most analysts predict that the risk of a recession remains fairly low. Erin?
And Jackie, keeping all of that in mind, the Federal Reserve is actually meeting this week to make a decision about interest rates. What exactly is happening there?
Aaron, we know that the Fed is constantly crunching all of these numbers to make its decisions about interest rates, at least for the week ahead. The Fed is expected to keep interest rates flat, so no change in the cost of borrowing money expected in the immediate future. Fed Chair Jerome Powell said in a recent speech that they are keeping an eye on a number of policies that the Trump administration is implementing or planning, not just around trade, but also around, potential tax cuts, government spending, reducing regulations and things like that. He said that the net effect of all that, still a lot of uncertainty around it, and that the Fed is in a good position to basically wait it out and wait for clarity before making a call there, Erin.
Jackie, appreciate your time. Thank you.